Hello friends, welcome to our channel Khatri Steno. Subscribe our channel for more dictations on daily basis. Get ready for the dictation. Be ready. The Madras High Court has observed that the phrase subject to condition employed in section 23 within bracket 1 of the Maintenance and Welfare of Parents and Senior Citizens Act, 2007 has to be understood holistically to mean an implied condition to maintain the senior citizen. Stop para. According to section 23 within bracket 1 of the Act, where any senior citizen who, after the commencement of this Act, has transferred by way of gift or otherwise, his property, subject to the condition that the transferee shall provide the basic amenities and basic physical needs to the transferor, and such transferee refuses or fails to provide such amenities and physical needs, the said transfer of property shall be deemed to have been made by fraud or coercion or under undue influence, and shall at the option of the transferor be declared void by the tribunal. Stop para. Justice observed that the phrase subject to condition should not be understood to mean that the gift or settlement deed should contain an express condition but an implied condition, and any violation of the condition would be sufficient to invoke the provisions of the Act. Stop para. The phrase subject to the condition that the transferee shall provide the basic amenities does not mean that the gift or settlement deed should contain any such condition expressly. Stop. Subject to the condition as employed in section 23 within bracket 1, is to be holistically understood with reference to the subsequent phrase that is deemed to have been made by fraud or coercion or under influence. Stop. Both the phrases would amplify that the deeming clause should be considered so as to form an opinion that the phrase subject to condition amounts to an implied condition to maintain the senior citizen, and any violation would be sufficient for the purpose of invoking section 23 within bracket 1 of the Act, to cancel the gift or settlement deed executed by the senior citizen. Stop. Para. The court added that love and affection was an implied condition and had to be construed as the consideration for executing the gift or settlement deed. Stop. The court also observed that the provisions of the Act could not be misutilized for rejecting a complaint by a senior citizen merely on the ground that there was no express condition. Stop para. Therefore, the purposive interpretation of the provisions are of paramount importance, and section 23 of the Act, cannot be misutilized for the purpose of rejecting the complaint filed by the senior citizen on the ground that there is no express condition for maintaining the senior citizen. Stop. Even in the absence of any express condition in the document, love and affection being the consideration for execution of gift or settlement deed, such love and affection becomes a deeming consideration, and any violation is a ground to invoke section 23 within bracket 1 of the Act. Stop para. With this judgment, the Madras High Court has now taken a different view than that taken by the Supreme Court in Sudesh Chikara versus Ramti Devi, wherein the apex court had held that section 23 of the Senior Citizens Act will be attracted only if the transfer of property by a senior citizen stop. In the above case, the apex court had also noted that very often, the transfers by senior citizens were made out of love and affection, and when it is alleged that the conditions mentioned in subsection within bracket 1 of section 23 are attached to a transfer, the existence of such conditions must be established before the tribunal stop.